Hello everybody, this is my video on a few things. I'll apologise in advance for my voice sounding funny. It feels funny. Well, to be more exact, it feels like shit, and I'm constantly trying to hold back from coughing. So that's why a video hasn't been posted in a while. I've been meaning to do some reviews of CCW shows people have been requesting, and some ECW shows I got on DVD, the first one of which will be Heatwave 98, so there is that. Jeff Hardy situation, I'm completely apathetic about it. I read the news, I was just like, it's Jeff Hardy. This shit always happens to him and other wrestlers. I'm not surprised at this point, and I don't care, that's for sure. In other news, TNA announced while doing tryouts here for wrestlers here in Australia, they'll be doing a tour down under. One of the shows will be held in Melbourne, obviously, and I live in Melbourne, and I was born in Melbourne, and I was raised in Melbourne, so I will be going to the show in Melbourne. But it'll be good to see because they'll do really well attendance-wise, I think, because they have pretty strong TV. Not WWE strong, but it's strong enough. And there are a lot of fans who really do want to see TNA, myself included. But the issue kind of is, in my opinion, it's 12 months too late. They should have done it in February, March of 2009, as opposed to February, March of 2010, which is next year, obviously. If you have a calendar nearby, you can tell that. So, yeah, and my other criticism of the tour is the buildings they're running are going to be too big. I don't think they're going to be able to sell them out, especially, Melbourne and Sydney in the Acer Arena, which is like 21,000 seats, and Rod Laver here, which is 16,000. WWE can always sell them out because they have strong TV, like 6-7 hours of TV here in Australia. TNA's only got like 2, which is Impact. So WWE can really promote it a lot better than TNA can, unless they're going to be having wrestlers on Rove Live, which is where they announced the tour, or Jeff Jarrett did on frequently to promote it. In that case, they might be able to do it, but a lot of wrestling fans who live in Melbourne, and there's a lot of them on forums, have said they should have been running Festival Hall, which is about 5,000, 6,000 seats, and was built specifically for wrestling and boxing and events like that, and it's now used for concerts, and because it's quite old, the overhead costs should be fairly cheap. So, yeah, there is that. Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff have announced the first dates for their HULKAMANIA promotion. The first show will be held here in Melbourne, which will be cool for me because I live here in Melbourne, which means I could get to go see the first show, and I'll be like, yay! They've been talking about it being like revolutionary or something with big screens so I can see what's happening backstage and fan interactivity and fireworks, just like what the WWE already has. Maybe the fan interactivity where you can just cheer for who you like and don't like. I guess that's it. Unless Hogan's going to call out a fan to get into a fight with him, which I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but it's not actually him. It's like Tito Ortiz with a Hogan mustache or something. Anyway, on to the actual thing. It's going to be running Rod Laver as well. People have asked why it's going to be running in Australia. A few reasons. It's wrestling-starved country, so it's not hard to do well here. Hogan's never been here, so he'll be able to garner a lot of publicity. And ticket prices, Australians are always willing to pay hundreds of dollars just to see a shitty WWE house show. So, I mean, if Hogan's running a show here, of course we're going to pay a fortune to see him. And I'd like to tell Chase to shut the fuck up. I don't care. I know what you're going to say. Shut up. Anyway, that's all. Oh, and there's also going to be an indie show that's going to be held a week after the Hulkamania show. So by the time TNA gets here, I'll be completely spent on live wrestling. But I'll be going to see, the Hulkamania show, TNA house show, and WWE show, which will be happening in June or July or something next year, which will be SmackDown and ECW. So yeah, if you're going to be at any of those shows, you can heckle me or throw something at me or get my attention or beat the piss out of me. I probably won't fight back. So, yeah, later, guys.